तो किथे पैदा होए सी?
जी
पैदा किथे होए सी?
पैदाइश
हाँ जी।
इंडिया He is born in Jalandhar, India. So he is born in 1932. So they travel almost 2 or 3 weeks with the kind of a lot of peoples, like a 400, 500 peoples. They have like a group of, they moved and they walk during the day, and then they stop on one thing and then go to the next. So they travel like a 7 or 8 days in India, and then they enter to Pakistan. Over there they have like a camp, uh, and then they stay there. After that, then Pakistani government, they arrange the trains. So from there they come where we settle down in South Punjab.
And then his father, your grandfather, passed away during this trip.
Yes.
And then they buried him
On the way.
Mm.
Yes. Regarding the belongings, I think
They
did
carried
not
whatever
bring a lot
they
of
could
things,
carry.
just few
It
clothes
wasn't, yeah.
and few things they bring it, whatever they can carry on. So my dad, he was working as there's a farming, like a society farming. So there's so many villages, and we are talking just before that since sometimes their head office is in a bigger city close by, and the villages are surrounded near, so he has to, because that time there's no means of other communications or traveling, so he used to ride a bike. And I was asking that how much length, so he's saying that 15 miles is normal, but sometimes he travel up to 30 miles a day to going back and forth to manage all the things. So when I was young, I remember that we used to ride his bike, and we don't have a much bike, like each person don't have the bikes, so we share the rides. So when my dad
Bicycle, they
comes,
took turns.
so when my dad comes, and then I was waiting for him that he's gonna come, and then I ride the bike. We have only one bike, so all my sisters, they're not riding the bikes, but my brother sometimes but he was older, so he's not that much interested, but I was always waiting for that he's gonna come, and then I have a bike, and then we go for a ride.
He was the youngest of the six, so you know the youngest always gets everything.
So then Grandpa would be walking around the walking trails in the neighborhoods.
And people would know him. Like the community around this neighborhood, everybody reaches out to each other, they talk to each other, you know, they know each other, they get to know each other, they make an effort for that. And so it's really nice because it's not easy for the elderly especially to be able to socialize or go out so much, especially, you know, not being able to walk as much as he did before. So that's really nice. That's been my experience.
I just want to add, since this is about my father, not just so long back, only 3-4 years back, he has a bike. He used to ride that bike in this neighborhood, and her mom is living on across the freeway on the other side, Natomas, like same zip code, but it's about 2 miles. So he used to ride the bike over there and then come back, and then he did this neighborhood, he was very good.
I think with having 3 generations in the household, it's been beneficial because the younger generation is able to spend time with the older generation a lot more, and they see what the future holds. They learn to be respectful. They learn to be patient, because when they have to help Grandpa out of the car to come into the house, they can't just run off. They know they have to wait there and ask Grandpa, do you need help? And then they have to help him and walk to the door. They understand that the struggles that the older generations went through to let them have a more comfortable life. When the older generation, they tell, this is what I did in my lifetime, the younger generation is sometimes surprised. What, really? That really happened? This is what you had to do, you know? So it makes the younger generation appreciate what is sort of just given to them, right? We're appreciative where the boys have, growing up, they've learned to, you know, appreciate their grandfather. And grandfather just even like napping, sitting, they know, you know, they know not to disturb him. Or if he's just sitting, they go and they sit with him and they chat with him. They've learned to slow down. They've learned to put down technology and just come and sit outside and just admire nature. Do you want to answer that?
ਅੱਬਾ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਕਹੋਗੇ, ਕੋਈ ਨਸੀਹਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ?
ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਰਹੋ।
ਅੱਛਾ, ਹੋਰ?
ਸੱਚ ਬੋਲੋ।
ਹਾਂ,
Speak the truth.
ਹਾਂਜੀ। ਅੱਛਾ, ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਕਰੋ, ਦੂਸਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਕਰੋ।
ਸੱਚ ਬੋਲੋ।
He wants that if he want to tell the next generation, he always telling that be humbled always and be truthful and respect other people's. And actual that trait I learned from my dad, and he told that be honest, be humble, be honest with the other people's and respectful. And that is the things we got from our generation, and we want to pass this to along with my kids too. Yes,
We're hoping to pass it along to the kids. We try our best. Parents always try their best.